Today we are going to do the 7-3 notes, and it's titled the slope formula. So slope actually has a formula. Remember that it's the rate of change of a line, and we've been counting the slope on a line, and now we're going to be able to calculate the slope without the graph, just using two ordered pairs. So remember, the slope is the vertical change over the horizontal change, or that's the same as the rise over the run, and we're going to keep all of our slopes as improper fractions. And again, you've done this when we were talking about rate of change within a table, and we were talking about which time interval maybe had the greatest rate of change. You actually were doing the slope formula then. So if we give you 2 points on a line, we're going to name those 2 points x1 and y1. We're going to name the other point x2 and y2. And that's just simply the first ordered pair is x1, y1, and the second ordered pair is x2, y2. So to calculate the slope, and oftentimes you'll see slope represented by the letter m, you're going to do y2 minus y1, so you are subtracting the vertical change, that's the rise, and on the bottom you're going to do x2 minus x1, subtracting the horizontal change, which is the run. So we're simply just going to look at some examples today to help you practice, and then you'll have a worksheet so that you can practice again on your own. Usually the first few times of calculating, I try to teach students to actually label the ordered pairs. So for number 1, we're supposed to find the slope of the line. What this means is that the line goes through these 2 points, and I don't want to graph it and have to count, so I'm just going to use the formula. We're going to label the first ordered pair x1, y1, and the second ordered pair x2, y2. And I'm going to write the slope formula here up on top, just so that I've got it on my screen. So it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we're simply just going to plug the numbers in where they go. y2 is 7 minus y1 is 5. So 7 minus 5 on top. And on the bottom, x2 is 4 minus x1 is 2. So for our slope, we get 2 over 2, and that reduces to 1 over 1. Ideally, we leave slope as a fraction, but when it's a whole number, you can just simply say 1. So the slope of the line that passes through 2, 5 and 4, 7 would have a slope of 1. Let's do the same thing on number 2. Again, first label x1, y1. Again, the little ones, those are just subscripts, just letting you know that it's from the first ordered pair. Then we have x2 and y2. The only thing you want to be careful about is that the formula is subtraction. So when we start subtracting negatives, we will do same change change. So first we have y2, so that's negative 2, minus y1, which is 4, over 3, that's x2, minus x1, so minus negative 1. On the bottom we're subtracting a negative, that's the same as adding a positive, so on top. Negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6. 3 plus 1 is 4. And we are going to leave it in a fraction, but we always want to make sure that it's reduced. So this becomes negative 3 over 2. So if we were to graph this line, we would go up 3 over 2 in the negative direction. We've done 2 examples now. If you want to try to pause the video and do number 3 on your own by labeling the ordered pairs and then calculating the slope, and then you can check and see how you've done. But the first ordered pair, again, x1, y1, x2, y2. So to calculate the slope, we're going to do negative 1 minus negative 2, and on bottom, negative 2 minus 3. On top, we want to do same change change. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1. On the bottom, negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. So this slope is negative 1/5. Remember, when a fraction is negative, the negative can be written out in front. It can be written in the numerator or in the denominator. So the slope here is negative 1/5. And the last example I have for today is finding the slope of this line that would pass through 1, 2, and negative 4, 2. So again, x1, y1, x2, y2. So we do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 2 minus 2 is 0. Negative 4 minus 1 is negative 5. So we could just say that the slope is 0. When 0 is on top of a number, so you have 0 on top of a number, the slope is 0. When it's the reciprocal, though, a number over 0, and on your homework I believe there's at least one example where you have a number over 0, that slope is undefined. And you need to make sure you actually write undefined, you need to make sure you actually write undefined if you get a 0 in the denominator. Remember, that's a vertical line, and a slope with, or a line with 0 slope is a horizontal line. So in the video today, you've been able to hopefully practice and learn how to calculate the slope of a line that passes through 2 points using the formula. Make sure that you are labeling your ordered pairs on each problem in your homework so that you're not putting the wrong numbers in the wrong spots. Go ahead and show your video to the sub, and she'll give you a worksheet.